Today for Black History Month, we are learning more about Black heroes who lived right here in southern Colorado. Kenny's live from the Manitou Springs Heritage Museum, exploring the new exhibit. Okay, Kenny, what else are we learning this morning?
All right, Krista, remember Fannie Mae from the last segment that we talked about?
Fannie Mae Duncan?
So, yes, indeed. So her club, the Cotton Club, was one of the only locations where artists like Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Etta James could perform at. So she brought these really cool artists to the Colorado Springs area, which is super cool. So, bet you didn't know that. And that's why we're hanging out here at the Manitou Springs Heritage Museum, because Dr. Lewis, we're celebrating 100 years of Black History Month.
Absolutely we are, and it's greatly celebrated here in Manitou Springs as well as in Colorado Springs.
Definitely. All right, you wanted to talk a little more about Fannie Mae Duncan, because we talked about the Groves family in our last segment, but we just got a quick glimpse of her life and her history. So what can you tell us about Fannie Mae?
Absolutely. So first of all, if you want to see a statue of Fannie Mae Duncan, you can go right downtown in Colorado Springs in front of the Pikes Peak Center. It's there. It was actually placed there in 2019. The person who made the sculpture is from Loveland, Colorado, which was fantastic. But, you know, something else about Fannie Mae Duncan, not only did she bring these famous people into the Cotton Club, but Fannie Mae herself bought a Victorian mansion, so that people like Duke Ellington, you know, could come, and Louis Armstrong could come and stay there, because they were banned from staying in hotels as they were coming into Colorado Springs.
Oh, wow.
So she made it possible for them to stay. And many of us, I mean, at least people my age, would know about Flip Wilson. And he got his start right there with Fannie Mae Duncan. So this was just great. She had amazing greats. You know, Mahalia Jackson was another one. Yes.
David, I'm going to bring you in now, because I'm looking at all these pictures of her, and, you know, they aren't like, you know, the cartoon drawings that they had all the way back in the 1800s. These look pretty recent. What does it mean to you to celebrate someone and celebrate someone's history that feels recent?
Well, for me, it's an absolute honor. And the fact that, again, everybody's welcome. And, you know, the story kind of behind that is, you know, as Dr. Lewis had mentioned, that the artists had to stay in her home in different places because they couldn't stay in the hotels. Well, the way that Fannie Mae opened up the Cotton Club to the masses was her relationship with the police chief.
Oh, really?
And the story is, she got to him by feeding him the food. And he finally eventually said, you know what? Fannie, okay. You can open it up to the entire public.
Definitely.
And that was a big deal.
David, she also has a connection to a pretty popular place here in Manitou Springs, the Penny Arcade. We just discovered this during the break too.
That's correct.
Give us the rundown on what we found out.
So the Penny Arcade initially was actually a bingo hall until it was rebought in 1940. But she worked at the bingo hall, and in 1940 it was purchased by the current family that owns it, which is known as the Penny Arcade today, the historic Penny Arcade. But she worked there when it was a bingo hall.
Well, and isn't it kind of crazy, Dr. Lewis, how many connections we discover throughout Black History Month and history in general?
Absolutely, and that's why it's important for us to celebrate, because the very roads, the buildings, the medicines, the care, the education is connected to Black history as well. So we all need to come together. We all need to celebrate one another all year long.
Definitely. All right, David, it is free to come here, but where are you guys located? Right here at the Manitou Springs Heritage Museum.
So we're located at 515 Manitou Avenue, just as you are entering Manitou Springs. We're located directly beside the MAC, which is known as the Manitou Art Center. You can't miss us. It is free to the public. And when you come in, it is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Great history, dating back actually to the late 1800s.
See, there you go. Well, I've had a blast here. I'm so thankful that I had both of you give us the tour and give us the lowdown, because honestly, it's been a great experience right here just in Manitou Springs. So much history, Krista.
What I love about Black history, Kenny, is that it's not just about the past. It's about recognizing those trailblazers who are continuing to influence us here today, especially locally in Southern Colorado. Thank you so much, Kenny.